The Joe Rogan Experience.
You think, why am I asking you this? But I think you might have an answer. So, but I'm being totally honest. I'm exhausted from dealing with, like, it's like, not like it's a big deal, but it's like the first time whether you can admit major things in your life, like, oh, I have a drinking problem, but there can be stupid little things, you know? Mine is eating. Like, I am exhausted from doing it the wrong way. And everything comes back to me for self-control. So when people want to tell me about a diet, it's not portions. I know what portions are. I want to eat more. So it's all down to how do I fucking get self-control. I have zero, I mean, if I'm not going to call it zero self-control, then I don't know what the hell I'm going to call it. But it's very hard for me. At night,
you're very hard on yourself. I think you have self-control, Todd. I think you're a wonderful man, but you're hilarious. And one of the reasons why you're hilarious is because you're free, you're impulsive, and that it's very difficult for that to lend itself to dietary discipline. It's like, I want to eat it. Fuck it. Want to eat it? Should I eat it? I'll just fucking eat it. Right? That's you. But it's also part of what makes you such a hilarious comic. It's like you have these impulses.
Wow, that makes me feel better.
Yeah, you don't want
split the difference at least with what you're saying.
Well, you don't want discomfort, and you want to have fun. It's like it's right there. I want to eat that food. Fuck it, right?
I just had a thought of me, like, picture me at the Cantor shoving cheesecake in my mouth, and my friends are like looking at me like, Todd, and I go, Joe Rogan said that because I'm creative that I should eat whatever I want. He said it, and you can go listen to his podcast. He said that I should eat. He told me. Joe Rogan, and you can go listen. He said, clear out the mini bar before you get in your hotel bed, even if you're not really hungry, because I'm creative. Okay, so I don't have control over this. Joe Rogan.
There's also a problem. There's another problem with discipline. This is a problem with discipline in comedy.
I think that hit me already.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's probably just the weed hit you. It takes a little while for the spray to get you. Usually a few more minutes than that. I forget my point. What was my point?
About the self-control.
Oh, that if you really discipline people in comedy, they don't go well together that much either. Because if you're too driven and too discipline-y, that's almost always dicky. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get too disciplined, too rigid, too determined, and too enthusiastic about success, you get dicky.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
And I'm not, this thought could be wrong. Like, I'm okay with thinking something and then maybe finding out. But whenever a comedian, and I bet there's funny ones out there, definitely, because over the years I remember them. I can't think of which ones, but they definitely exist. They are funny. You know, they are funny. But they've never smoked, drank. Can you be a good comedian if you haven't done those things?
I think you could be a good comedian if you're a man. You could be a good comedian if you're a woman. You could be a good comedian if you're gay or trans. You are a good comedian if you're a good comedian.
Why do I ask that? Because I should be embarrassed to ask that.
There's a lot of people that are really good that don't do shit.
They don't, and never.
Yeah, they don't have a desire to. You know, it's just everybody's brain works different, and some people, like, the idea of losing control with a substance is not fun.
Right.
They don't like that feeling, but they can keep their shit together. You know, I know a lot of people that don't drink, they don't do anything, but they keep their shit together, and maybe that's better for them. They feel like it is. I don't know.
Right.
I know.
You know what? I as I asked that, you gave me the answer that, you know, to go, you're right. Yeah. But, like, I asked, it means that I had a question about that. And I think I've talked about this in the past, and once I was like, somebody was saying, well, maybe what if you're not experimenting? But no, there's a billion ways to do those things you use pot to do without the pot, obviously.
Well, I think Can you edit that out? I use yoga for that too, man. I love going to a hot yoga class. It's fucking hard, and it's like a drug. Like, you get a lot of thinking done in there, man. When you're just holding these poses and there's no music, no nothing, just everybody in the class breathing. It's a 90-minute class. There's some sort of psychedelic effect there.